And the Alexander Isak saga continues with more news. Welcome, people, to Footy Judge Mo. I am Judge Mo. If you are here for the first time, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel because there is a story here that is going behind the scenes, of course. Alexander Isak, of course, everyone knows that he wants to join Liverpool. Liverpool have submitted a bid, but there is something going on in the background. But also, Alexander Isak joining Liverpool has nothing to do with Newcastle United, with Liverpool, with Alexander Isak himself. I genuinely believe now that it depends on another club completely that is not involved in the saga. But let's just say a couple of things. That now that Newcastle are targeting Benjamin Sesko, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that narrative that is running currently in the media. I'm going to let you all about it. But before, we're on the way to 40,000 subscribers. So if you are here, hit subscribe to the channel. If you are new, it will help us massively. Thank you for all the support and everyone that has been supporting Footy Judge Mo for a while. Of course, make sure to have these like buttons lit. Looks like thumbs up, and it helps the channel, it helps the video massively. The number one, that Craig Hope, that is a journalist of Newcastle, have told us that Newcastle are pursuing Benjamin Sesko, and that means that the hierarchy of Newcastle have accepted now that Isak is gonna go to Liverpool. So now we're talking about Newcastle trying to get Witha, that is a replacement for Callum Wilson, who is the backup striker, and they are trying to get Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. We have been told that Newcastle, by Fabrizio Romano, of course, and by everyone that is linked or spoken to anybody at the club, of course, they told us that Newcastle are ready to bid the money that Leipzig want, and they are ready to pay Sesko what he wants. But before that, all of that, David Ornstein also have informed everyone that Isak is now back to training with Newcastle, that he's going to be back from next week. He landed back at Newcastle in England. He was training by himself in Spain, if you didn't know about it. He was on strike, if you want to call it that way. He was, or he's having an injury or something like that. So now he's back at Newcastle, of course, to try to start training with the squad. That doesn't mean that he's not joining Liverpool. It means that he has to start training with the squad because the season is 2 weeks from now. The guy has to start now training with the football with teammates because he's not going to be able to start the season on his own. And a lot of people, excuse me, and a lot of people thought that, yeah, the saga's over. Liverpool have bid and they got rejected. But no, that is not actually true. Again, it says that Liverpool have not walked away from the deal and they are willing to do a second bid. However, though, I don't think that Liverpool are going to bid anything like blindly, as people said. I think they are waiting for Newcastle to actually determine the price for Sesko, and they're going to tell Liverpool, this is how much money you need to pay for Alexander Isak to join your club. But all of this saga and everything that is going around Alexander Isak is dependent on one player, which is Benjamin Sesko, in my opinion. Newcastle have submitted an offer of 75 plus 5. That was rejected, by the way. It was later reported that it wasn't rejected, but it wasn't accepted. Like Leipzig are waiting. And it looks like it all depends on one club, which is Manchester United. I believe, as Fabrizio have told us, that Benjamin Sesko is waiting for Man United. So he wants to play for Ruben Amorim and the Giants at Manchester. He wants to go to that project. He doesn't want to join Newcastle, or he doesn't mind joining Newcastle, but he's waiting for Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano have said that the agent of Benjamin Sesko has arrived, of course, at Leipzig to try to see what is going to happen. Manchester United told Leipzig that they are willing to bid, that they're going to submit an official bid. The problem with this is that I don't think that Man United will be able to match the Newcastle offer though, because it's reported that Man United want to pay less, but the player wants to join Man United. The decision has to be made. And if Sesko doesn't go to Newcastle and choose Manchester United, that will be a massive problem for the Isak dilemma now. Because now Isak is going to be the only striker available at Newcastle. And they have tried with Delap, they have tried with Cunha, they have tried with João Pedro, they have tried with Ikitiki, and at the end, of course, the Ikitiki, we know what happened with Liverpool and all the stuff. But now Newcastle don't have a striker. Even Wissa, Brentford want to sell him at a high price. And Wissa is not even a striker. So Newcastle are definitely not going into next season without a striker. So what is going to happen next? There is the Oli Watkins, and Aston Villa are asking for £60 million at least for a 29 years old, and Newcastle are not willing to pay that based on the reports. This saga might get more complicated just because Man United are in this deal for Sesko, and now he's intrigued to join Man United. Manchester United are affecting Liverpool's fans' lives again, like what they used to do. It's quite funny and ironic, to be honest. There is that thing about, oh my God, will Man United be able to bid in time because Sesko have said yes to Newcastle? That has been debunked. The guy is gonna wait for Manchester United, and now he's gonna be waiting for the Red Devils to bid for him and join. If he doesn't join Newcastle, now Newcastle are gonna start over again to search for a new striker, because now Newcastle are putting all their forces into the Sesko deal. There is another thing that is actually there, that Rodrygo, and that is linked to the Isak deal. And I'm telling you why that is linked to the Isak deal. Rodrygo, and I know that a lot of people have said that is not a story. No, it is a story, because there is a month left in the transfer window, and it looks like Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid don't have Rodrygo at his plans. So the guy will need to play football to be able to go to with Brazil to the World Cup next year. I know it's Ancelotti, he's gonna take him anyway, but listen, he has to play football. He's attracted to Liverpool. Arsenal pulled out of the race because they are chasing Eze. Liverpool as well are actually reported that they are not in for Rodrygo. There are reports that saying that Liverpool are leaving Rodrygo on the shelf in case the Isak deal doesn't go through, or they are focusing on Isak, and then they're gonna see if they want to get Rodrygo after Isak or not. But Rodrygo is going to be on the shelf. He is attracted to Liverpool, as it's reported, and everyone told us this. If you look at this, Liverpool can get Isak and Rodrygo. I think it's far-fetched, because they still need a center back, which is going to be Marguehi or someone else. I'm not sure if Liverpool within a month will sign 3 signings like these, like Isak, Rodrygo, and Guehi. It will be 2 of them. Now there is Arsenal in this thing, that will Arsenal chase Rodrygo if they offload Trossard or Martinelli? We're yet to see. But this man will be on the move this summer. That is my belief. I'm convinced that this guy will be on the move somewhere, because he has to play football. He's not going to stay on the bench for a year at Real Madrid, where Xabi Alonso clearly prefers a lot of players at the club ahead of him. So Liverpool are a destination. That can happen for Rodrygo if Isak is not joining Liverpool, right? If something happens at the deal and Newcastle couldn't find a striker, maybe Rodrygo is the alternative. And Ikitiki can be the starter up top. And they keep Darwin Núñez. And they have Gakpo and Rodrygo. Rodrygo can play a backup for Salah on the right. If Salah is not there, and he can be the starter on the left. And now you have Ikitiki, Rodrygo, Salah. That is good enough for Liverpool to be favorites to win the title. Liverpool are moving crazy in this window, and they're actually doing moves that nobody expected, with the Ekitike, the Verts, and now the saga of Alexander Isak. But it all depends at the end, and I'm telling you, currently, it all depends on Manchester United. You let me know if you think that is true, because if Manchester United walk away from the Sesko deal tomorrow, and Newcastle get Sesko, I believe that Isak is just going to go to Liverpool right away. It will be a domino effect like this. If Man United sign Sesko, that complicates the deal even more between Isak, Newcastle, and Liverpool. You let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Hit that like button, guys, if you guys are here. and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video.